Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. Regular viewers of our YouTube channel should definitely recognize the 65 Mustang parked behind me. This was our 2014 SEMA show car, also known as Project 5030. Our goal with Project 5030 was to take a classic 65 Mustang and add modern updates to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Mustang along with the 30th anniversary of CJ Pony Parts. 5030 has a Coyote engine, LED lighting, and a full air ride suspension along with a host of other modern updates. One modern update we planned to add but didn't get a chance to was electric power steering. We want to make sure we did a video showing you this system, but didn't get a chance to do it before the SEMA show. So today we're going to show you how to convert your classic Mustang to electric power steering using Project 5030. This is the electric power steering kit that'll fit the 64 through 66 Mustangs. We have kits available all the way through 1970. You might be wondering, why would you want electric steering? Well, Ford has been using it for 2005 for a lot of reasons. The main ones are it's very reliable, no hydraulic lines and no fluid to mess with either, makes it a much cleaner installation. While Ford uses a rack, this system is actually going to mount underneath your dashboard, so when it's installed you're not going to notice it at all. By mounting this unit underneath the dashboard, this system is going to work with either a steering box or a rack and pinion like we have in our 65 Mustang. The kit includes everything needed for installation. It's going to include the unit itself, the control box, as well as an attenuator. Just like the modern electric steering in the Mustangs, the steering is actually adjustable via the attenuator. While the installation typically will involve some cutting of your stock column, the electric part of it is pretty simple. It just has a power and ground to hook up, and the box runs everything else for you. Since 5030 is a custom car and is going to be different than what you're probably working on at home, we're going to show you the basics of how the system is installed and the basics of how it works. As you can see, with 18-inch wheels up front, manual steering on our car just isn't going to cut it. So the first step in the installation is going to be to remove the steering column. To make the removal of the column and the reinstallation a lot easier, I would suggest taking out the front seat so you have more room to work. You want to start by disconnecting everything underneath the hood, then disconnect at the firewall, and lastly the clamp holding the steering column in place. Once you get the column out of the car, you remove the wiring in the center shaft so you can actually cut it. The instruction will give you detailed specs on exactly where to cut. It's going to mark and then cut it in half. Once you get finished, this is pretty much all we're going to be using from the original column. Depending on what stock column you use, the measurements are going to vary. This is what the column is going to look like when it's assembled, ready to go back in the car. As you can see from here to here, it's exactly the same as it was before. Our harness is still the exact same for our turn signal switch. This just gets cut and connected to the steering, we'll call it a box, but the electric steering controller. These pieces down here connect to our rack and pinion. Like I said, this is all included, making it one piece ready to go back into our 65. It's going to mount the car basically the same way the stock column did. We're going to connect down here at the firewall. This plate's going to screw to the firewall. And the factory bracket up top is going to hold this mechanism in place. Once this is bolted on, there's just two harnesses to connect to the main control box, connect that to power, and we'll have electric power steering.